Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here, back here with a video. I'm already out of breath just going up and downstairs. Not in very good shape. Yeah, and I'm getting older. Anyway, I'm back here with the fourth and final part of my plans and dreams for dyslexic and other neurodiverse people for November and beyond, perhaps. Anyway, I hope people out there enjoy it, especially those with dyslexia or other neurodiverse conditions. And as ever, as per usual, I would love to read your comments, or if you want to make any reaction videos or anything like that, or any of your own versions inspired by these videos, as long as they benefit neurodiverse people all around the world. I welcome such. But yeah, so parts 1, 2, and 3. In parts 1, 2, and 3, I talked about my dreams for. I talked about my plans, goals, dreams, aims, objectives, and whatnot for myself and other neurodiverse people, past, present, and future neurodiverse people, and including myself. And for this one, I'm hoping to talk about how I'm hoping other neurodiverse people will support my own plans and projects, and how I can support them as well. So yeah, I'll try not to waffle, as I often say. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, as ever, I welcome any constructive criticism or just general feedback, especially if people enjoy the video as well. Enjoy these videos. But yeah, I think that covers everything for the intro. And I hope that I can empower neurodivergent people. Yeah, so here goes. So number 31. Normally I perhaps start with talking about myself, or how I hope for my fellow neurodiverse people to support me, and then perhaps finish off more progressively about how I hope to support other neurodivergent people. But I think because it's Friday, as they say, Freaky Fridays, I thought I'd do it in the opposite version. So I hope to support my fellow neurodivergent people, like on Facebook, YouTube, social media generally. Technically, it's here. It's Saturday here in the UK, technically speaking, but it's technically a new day, as it took me so long procrastinating and stuff like that. I'm watching too much TV, like YouTube on my smart hub TV and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I would love to look into how I could support my fellow neurodivergent people, like how I could support their projects and how we could support each other. As I say, because it's Friday, technically it's Saturday, but as they say, like I was thinking Freaky Fridays, I do it opposite. I know some strange sort of patterns, admittedly, but normally I talk about myself first, as they say, like number one, and then talk about other people. But yeah, so basically I'd love to support my fellow neurodivergent people's works or plans or projects, including like YouTube channels, social media content, generally speaking, as much as possible, and encourage others to do the same. Number 32, so I hope to look into all the possible ways we can support each other, all the possible fields, like neurodiverse filmmakers, farmers. I suppose I'm thinking mainly things that begin with F for Fridays, but normally I have different themes for different days. Like Saturdays would be, or Sundays as well, would be like startups and things like that, and SMEs, and starting different projects, and trying to encourage my fellow neurodiverse people to start new projects and have the confidence. I hope more neurodivergent people would start their own YouTube channels, and then we can support each other and build a community on YouTube as well. If I can do YouTube or content creation, I'm sure pretty much anyone can. Number 33, I'd love to hear from neurodivergent people about what freedom means to you. And once again, I would love to, as I mentioned before, I'd love to interview people as part of my channel, or maybe even other people could interview me for your channel or whatnot. So it'd be cool if we interview each other and have different. I know some neurodivergent people have already done that, interviewing each other on their YouTube channels. So I hope to encourage more neurodivergent people to get involved in such, which I hope to do myself. So interviewing people as part of my channel, and asking questions and discussing and helping neurodivergent people to talk about what projects they work on in different fields. So I think it's a good way to have a free platform to promote your own projects and things like that, and also talk about things like what freedom means to you and your views generally, what you think of things like free speech, politics, freedom of expression. I suppose that's the same sort of thing as free speech, but yeah, that kind of thing. and anything else that you would like to talk about. And again, sometimes as individuals and sometimes as groups. Number 34, I hope that we can promote neurodivergent talents in different fields, as I say, and that kind of thing. Number 35, I hope I can support my fellow neurodivergent people in any sort of goals and dreams that you have. And again, because I hope we can support each other. If neurodivergent people were a country, I often say this one, but if we were a country, we would be one of the most populated countries, if not the most populated. So that means that we have a lot of power between us. Like if we support each other, as I often say, like #stronger together. So if we support each other's, as I say, on social media, and we support each other's projects generally, I think we can achieve a lot of great things together. And again, hope we can help each other's goals and also help solve problems. Again, I know I mentioned this before, but using our unique out-of-the-box thinking, I hope we can make peace, prosperity, and tackle poverty and suffering around the world and help people as much as possible. Number 36. So I know I've mentioned this point, so please forgive me for repeating myself. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but part of the project, what I want to do is showcase what we can do for 40 Time Football, and like that's the idea of that is that we have specific strengths which made by dyslexia, the dyslexic advantage, and whatnot talk about. So I'm sort of combining those things together and talking about the advantages or positive things that we have and how we can contribute. And my love for Italian football, I'm sort of combining the two together. As I often say, like soccer for any Americans out there. So yes, combining those together. Like I have a lot of my own ideas for Italian football, and I hope to encourage other neurodiverse people to share ideas and hopefully benefit Italian football and showcase what we can do. Obviously, including dyslexics and people with ADHD and autism and other conditions. Again, neurodiversity generally. Number 37, same for Celtic. Number 38, also, I'll say, to tackle poverty and help emerging market economies, developing nations, and whatnot to achieve their full potential and see what they can do. So I hope to achieve these things and hopefully start to put them into practice as soon as possible. Number 39, on that note, I would love to know, had feedback on specifically like, if I asked a specific question, I'd love to ask my fellow neurodiverse people. So I'd love to take this opportunity to ask my fellow neurodiverse people, including individuals and organizations and associations and whatnot that help neurodiverse people as well, like when would be the best days and dates and times to achieve these goals, and how can we come together and work together on and offline? How can we meet up and have virtual and also what I call physical meetings? What I mean by that is like where we meet in person. Obviously, I don't mean that type of physical, but where we meet up and discuss things, maybe in cafes or pubs or bars or restaurants or whatever. Although I'm a teetotaler, I don't drink alcohol, but wherever's best to meet people, so we can meet each other and discuss how we can put our ideas together, and like how we can help each other to express ourselves and express our ideas and hopefully put them into practice. I'd love to know what the best days, dates, and times are, and that kind of thing. And number 40, if there's any ideas you have any suggestions that you have for me, or any ideas that you can add to the ones I've discussed, or as I say, any suggestions at all, I'd love to read them and hear about them respectively. And again, I'd love to know if you think there's a certain place where we can meet and in a safe environment, obviously, and discuss how we can help each other to reach our dreams and that kind of thing. Anyway, I wish you a pleasant day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, depending on where you are in the world, what time it is, wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to stop waffling. And again, please don't hold back any feedback. And I'm out. Peace and love.